Hello. The story I'm going to tell you today is from Wales. It is the legend of how the Bron, the robin, got its red breast. The little boy's mother had to go into work that day. It was meant to be her day off, but she had to go. So who would care for her little boy? His father, her partner, had walked out on them many years ago, leaving them alone. So it would have to be her mother, his nan. And that relationship was testy between the two of them at the best of times. When she told him, he scowled. "Do I have to go, ma'am? Can't I stay at home? Be all right. Promise you. Be fine. It's so boring at Nan's. Can I stay?" In the end, he had to go. However, on arrival at Nan's, calamity. His mam had only just gone and forgotten to pack in his football. So what was he going to do at Nan's all day? "Can't get it now," she said. "Be late for work." "You'll be all right. You'll find something to do. You'll have a lovely time. See you later," as she kissed him on the cheek and was gone. His nan tried to bribe him. "Oh, I need some help in the kitchen today. Baking. Need someone to roll out the pastries. Making pies for this evening's tea. Can you come and help me?" "No," was the resounding answer she got, as he stomped out of the kitchen, out of the cottage, up the path, into the back garden, flinging himself down on the grass and picking up a stick next to him. He poked and jabbed and stabbed and dug at the ground next to him as he scowled. "It's not fair. So boring here. Could have been at home doing some interesting things, but it's boring here. It's not fair." As he poked and jabbed and stabbed at the earth, he was being watched from the hedges. A little Rhuddyn, a little red-breasted robin. Oh, it was interested in the little grubs, tasty, succulent little things that he was digging up from the earth as he poked and jabbed. A flash of red caught his attention. He looked up as the little bird darted, dipped, and flitted across the air, and then landing just a little way from him. Eyeing him up, those black, beady eyes, showing off its little red breast. The little boy smiled. He began to fumble around in the grass next to him. There, his fingers came on the smooth surface of a pebble. He dug it out of the dirt and carefully raised it up to the level of his head and threw it. It missed the bird, who shot up into the air, flitted and darted and dipped, and then landed a little way further, still eyeing him up with that black, beady eye stare. The little boy was ready, pebble poised, taking aim, when from behind him he heard, "Drop that now, young man, and come here this instant." Oh, it was his nan. Dropped the pebble. He rolled over onto his back, where, there, on the path in front of him, she stood. Eyes blazing, hands on hips. He swallowed, got to his feet, brushing off the grass and dirt from his trousers, saying, "What did I do wrong, Nan? Is everything all right?" "Come here," she said. But she did. "Oh," she said, shaking her head. "How could you be so cruel to those little brave birds, the Bron, the robin? Do you know what they do for you and me and the poor sinners in hell? He looked up at her. No, Nan, I don't. What do they do? His eyes were wide. Those brave little birds. Every morning at the crack of dawn, they swoop down over the meadows, gathering up the morning dew in their beaks, and then fly down through the cracks in the earth, deep, deep, deep into the earth, until they reach the very doors of hell itself, where the devil and all those poor sinners live. They're clever little birds. They manage to fly in just above the flames, and then above the heads of the sinners they circle overhead. But down below, all those poor people are in agony, being burnt as the flames lick around their bodies. And as they raise their heads up towards the little birds, they swoop down and drop a little bead of water between their parched lips, giving them relief from those tormenting hellish fires. But on the journey back upwards to the earth above, the devil, who does not like kind acts, he stokes up those hellish fires, and as the birds leave hell, those fires have singed their little breast feathers bright fiery red. They suffer for you and I, and for all those poor sinners down in hell. And you were being cruel to them. No. Remember this, to be kind to those brave little birds from now on. Do you hear? He looked up at her. I'm so sorry, Nan. Didn't mean to do that. I never thought that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, she said, the devil makes work for idle hands. I need some help in the kitchen. I want you to come and help me roll out the pastries for the pies. But I've made a chocolate cake, and I have a rather large mixing bowl with some of the mixture still left in it. Do you think you could come and help me clean it? Come on. She turned, walked up the path towards the cottage, followed by her little grandson, who was full of remorse. But for the rest of that afternoon, they had a rather grand time together, as she told him stories of when she was growing up as a little girl. And after that, the little boy was never ever cruel to any of Bron or any of the birds after. And that is a story from Wales of how the red robin, the Bron, got its red breast. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.